I really like to have folks over on the porch, just impromptu. We'll just send out a text and say, hey, the porch is going to be open this afternoon. So we started out with probably 8 or 10 of us playing bunco, and then we realized after about a year we really weren't playing bunco anymore, but we really had a good time with one another because we would just bring snacks and have a glass of wine, sit around and chat, and we learned to meet our neighbors. I mean, and we really know all of our neighbors because of this group, and we take care of one another.
Growing up in Montgomery, Alabama, Barbara Brown witnessed her parents' courage and fortitude as they worked hard to make life normal for their family, despite the effects of polio on her mother. The family would often spend their vacations camping, driving hundreds of miles across the country, seeing the sights, forging new friendships, and making memories that would last a lifetime. Her mother would write about their adventures.
On July 9, 1964, about 4 a.m., a very heavily loaded Nimrod tent trailer and 5 eager, excited campers in a Chevrolet station wagon. The Teen Queen contest was Tuesday morning. Barbara didn't appear to be a bit nervous, but her mama sure was. She did not cry when they announced Miss Alabama as the 1964 Teen Queen, but we did.
After graduating from Auburn University, Barbara married her high school sweetheart Danny, and they moved to Birmingham. She was planning to earn her master's degree in nutrition sciences, but a part-time job at a local mortgage company would send her on a very different career path.
When I worked for Johnson & Associates, the president had this little sign in his office, and it was a clock, and it says, if you don't have time to do it right the first time, when do you think you'll find the time to correct it?
That philosophy took hold, and so did her interest in the mortgage business. In her current role as the Mortgage Compliance Group Manager, Barbara uses her 41 years of experience to guide regions towards regulatory compliance, while never losing sight of the customer.
It doesn't do a bit of good to get a family in a house for them only to lose it a few years down the road when the first thing goes wrong and they can't pay the payment. So that's where the regulations and the compliance come in and the quality comes in. We've got to make sure that that loan is done right and it's suitable to them so that they can be successful in their home ownership.
You know, one word I would use to describe Barbara is selfless. And if you think about the role she plays at the bank, it isn't about Barbara, right? It's about making every other department that she monitors better at what they do and providing, again, that effective challenge yet effective support to make sure that they're better. And then as I've seen her kind of outside of work and how she deals with people, it's the same way.
We experience it as a key business partner in that she knows not just me or my salespeople, but she knows all the people who do all the heavy lifting for regions inside our organization.
I think it's a people business, and that's what I like the most about it. You know, the regulations are the regulations, but it's the people that really make the job rewarding.
Barbara's love for helping others extends into her community as well. For this year's Fall Festival at Lipscomb Elementary, she encouraged her team to use some unique resources to make the day a special event for the children.
We took all of the decorations from Evergreen Week that we had decorated our department. We saved all the decorations. We took those with us to Lipscomb, and we created games for the kids to play.
And they see the games for the first time, and you've got, artificial trees set up, and you've got vine-covered hoops, and you've got Candyland, all these things. They're ecstatic, and they absolutely cannot wait to get in there, and they want to do everything there is to do.
It just made a huge impact on them that people would come out that they didn't know and, give a day. I've got some thank you notes that the kids have even written me to Miss Martin and the Regions people, because it just means a lot that somebody spends a day out here with people they're not connected to.
In May of 2016, Barbara's husband passed away. The outpouring of support from family and friends was exactly what she needed to survive this tough time in her life.
We love Danny. Everybody in the street loved Danny. It's still a big hole in the neighborhood. I sat with her for hours. She's tough. She's a strong lady. and she got through this.
The day he died, he was very active in the neighborhood association. He was the president of the association, and they planned an ice cream social for that day. And they all sat around and said, maybe we should cancel the ice cream social since it's going to be right across the street from Barbara's house in the gazebo. And I said, you know how mad he would have been had you canceled that. This is what our neighborhood is all about. It's getting together, it's getting to know your neighbors, it's having a good time. So they had the ice cream social. They brought all of my family over ice cream Sundays that afternoon when we got back from the hospital. So that's just what the neighborhood's about. It's about taking care of one another and supporting one another.
Since the early days of camping with her parents, Barbara Brown has been making friends and building relationships. Whether she's in a meeting discussing regulations, at a school making kids smile, or relaxing on the back porch with friends, Barbara Brown realizes it's the people around her that make her life richer. So, if you see the sign on her front door, don't hesitate to come on back and stay for a while.